A line in the sand, the US-Mexico border. A 1,954-mile line etched across the landscape. It divides two nations, two cultures, two worlds. Yet it also serves as a point of connection, a bridge between north and south. It is a place of constant movement, of people and goods, of dreams and despair. This border is more than just a physical barrier. It represents a complex history of migration, colonization, and cultural exchange. It symbolizes opportunity for some and for others, a source of frustration and hardship. Families are separated, communities divided, and lives forever altered by its presence. The Rio Grande, a ribbon of water snaking through the desert, becomes a treacherous obstacle. It is a physical manifestation of the challenges faced by those seeking a better life. The border fence, a stark reminder of division, casts long shadows across the land. The US-Mexico border is a paradox. It divides, yet it unites. It is a place of conflict and collaboration, of despair and hope. It is a microcosm of the human experience, reflecting our capacity for both division and unity. El sueño americano, dreams and realities. For many, the journey north is driven by desperation. They leave behind poverty, violence, and lack of opportunity. They risk everything for a chance at a better life, for themselves and their children. The American dream beckons, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Maria, a young mother from Guatemala, fled her village with her two young children. They traveled for weeks, facing hunger, thirst, and the constant threat of danger. She dreamt of a safe place to raise her children, a place where they could get an education and have a future. Carlos, a skilled carpenter from Mexico, crossed the border seeking work. He left behind his wife and children, promising to send for them as soon as he could. He worked long hours in construction, sending every spare penny back home. He longed for the day he could be reunited with his family. These stories, while fictional, reflect the very real experiences of countless individuals who risk everything to cross the border. They are stories of courage, resilience, and the unwavering belief in a brighter future. They are a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure even the most difficult circumstances. Two worlds intertwined beyond the divide. Despite the border, the US and Mexico are deeply intertwined. Their economies are interconnected, their cultures blended, and their people bound by family ties and shared history. The border region is a vibrant tapestry woven from both sides. From the bustling markets of Tijuana to the art scene in San Diego, the border region is a melting pot of cultures. Mexican food, music, and traditions are deeply ingrained in the American Southwest. The flow of people and ideas across the border has enriched both nations. The economies of the two countries are deeply intertwined. Mexico is a major trading partner with the US, and many American companies have factories and businesses south of the border. The flow of goods and services across the border is vital to the economies of both nations. The US-Mexico border is not a line of separation, but rather a zone of interaction and exchange. It is a place where cultures blend, economies intertwine, and families maintain ties across the divide. It is a testament to the interconnectedness of the human experience. A land divided, the Israeli-Palestinian border. From the Americas, we turn our gaze to another border etched in conflict, the Israeli-Palestinian border. Here, the land itself bears witness to centuries of struggle, a land sacred to three major religions, yet riven by political and religious strife. Since the establishment of Israel in 1948, the conflict between Israelis and Palestinians has been a defining feature of the region. The border, fluid and contested, has shifted with each war and peace agreement. The construction of the West Bank barrier, a physical manifestation of this division, has further exacerbated tensions. The Israeli-Palestinian border is not just a line on a map, it is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. It represents displacement, loss, and the yearning for a homeland. On both sides of the divide, lives are shaped by the realities of checkpoints, security walls, and the ever-present threat of violence. This border, like the US-Mexico border, represents a complex web of historical grievances, political machinations, and the struggle for land and identity. It serves as a stark reminder of the human capacity for division and the urgent need for dialogue and understanding. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is not an abstract political issue. It is a human tragedy that has left deep scars on the lives of ordinary people. On both sides of the divide, Individuals and families struggle with the daily realities of living in a conflict zone. Ahmed, a Palestinian shopkeeper in Hebron, remembers a time when he could freely travel to Jerusalem to visit family and pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, restricted by checkpoints and permits, he can only dream of those days. The separation from loved ones and holy sites weighs heavily on his heart. Yael, an Israeli woman living in a settlement near the West Bank barrier, yearns for peace and security, yet she also carries the weight of her family's history, the memory of loved ones lost in terrorist attacks. The fear and mistrust engendered by the conflict cast a long shadow over her life. These stories, though fictional, offer a glimpse into the human cost of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They are stories of loss, separation, and the yearning for a peaceful future. They remind us that behind the political rhetoric, there are real people whose lives are deeply affected by this enduring conflict. Despite the seemingly intractable nature of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, glimmers of hope persist. Grassroots organizations and individuals on both sides are working tirelessly to build bridges of understanding and promote peaceful coexistence. Dialogue groups bring together Israelis and Palestinians to share their stories, challenge stereotypes, and build relationships based on empathy and respect. Educational initiatives teach young people about the complexities of the conflict and empower them to become agents of change. Artists and musicians collaborate across the divide, using their creative voices to amplify messages of peace and unity. Their work serves as a powerful reminder of our shared humanity and the potential for reconciliation. These initiatives, though small in scale, offer a beacon of hope in a region often defined by despair. They are a testament to the human spirit's capacity for compassion and the unwavering belief in a better future. The US-Mexico and Israeli-Palestinian borders, though geographically distant, offer profound insights into the human condition. They reflect our capacity for both division and unity, for conflict and cooperation. They remind us that borders are not merely lines on a map but complex social constructs with real human consequences. These borders expose the contradictions inherent in our world, the stark disparities in wealth and opportunity, the enduring legacies of colonialism and conflict, and the ongoing struggle for human rights and dignity. They challenge us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the societies we have created. Yet, these borders also reveal our shared humanity. They remind us that we are all connected, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, or religion. They inspire us to work towards a more just and equitable world where borders no longer serve as barriers to peace, understanding, and human flourishing. Stories have the power to transcend borders, to connect us to experiences beyond our own. They allow us to step into the shoes of others, to see the world through their eyes, and to develop empathy and understanding. In a world increasingly divided by difference, stories serve as vital bridges of connection. By listening to the stories of immigrants crossing the US-Mexico border, we gain a deeper understanding of their motivations, their struggles, and their dreams. We begin to see them not as statistics or stereotypes, but as individuals with unique experiences and aspirations. Similarly, by engaging with the stories of Israelis and Palestinians, we can move beyond the simplistic narratives of us versus them, and begin to grasp the complexities of this enduring conflict. We can develop empathy for those on both sides of the divide, and recognize our shared humanity. Stories have the power to challenge our assumptions, to broaden our perspectives, and to inspire us to act. They are essential tools for building bridges of understanding and fostering a more just and compassionate world. As we have explored the complexities of borders, both physical and metaphorical, we are left with a profound sense of the interconnectedness of our world. The challenges we face, from migration and conflict to poverty and inequality, are not confined to any one nation or region. They are global in scope and require global solutions. We are called upon to move beyond borders, to embrace our shared humanity, and to work together towards a more just and equitable world. This requires us to challenge our own biases, to engage in respectful dialogue, and to seek out common ground. Let us commit to building bridges of understanding, to amplifying the voices of those who are marginalized, and to creating a world where borders no longer serve as barriers to peace, justice, and human dignity. Let us embrace the words of the poet Maya Angelou, who reminds us, "We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike."